Hello and welcome to La Rosa Reads. I'm Denise La Rosa, and today I'm going to share with all of you lovelies my September reading plans. Let's talk books. So here we are. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And that is fall for your girl. My favorite season. And oh my goodness, I am ready. I don't get ready. I stay ready to curl up with a book. And here are my September books that are on my radar. First, I would like to finish a series that I have been immersed in for quite some time. It is the Wedding Date series by Jasmine Guillory. Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand and Krista from Books and Jams are the host of Series September. And in honor of that month and that reading initiative, I want to finish the Wedding Date series by reading While We Were Dating. So this book series has become a comfort read for me. I am so curious and excited to learn who we are having fun with, which couple are we having fun with in the final book in the series. So let me check it out. Two people realize that it's no longer an act when they veer off script in this sizzling romantic comedy by New York Times bestselling author Jasmine Guillory, my girl. Ben Stevens has never bothered with serious relationships. He has plenty, I should say, of casual dates to keep him busy, family drama he's trying to ignore, and his advertising job to focus on. When Ben lands a huge campaign featuring movie star Anna Gardner, however, it's hard to keep it purely professional. Anna is not just gorgeous and sexy, she's also down to earth and considerate, and he can't help flirting a little. I'm not going to read any more. I am just super excited for this because Ben is a character that I knew would come back. He was just creeping in book 3, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is Theo's brother, and he was kind of more interesting than Theo, so I am super excited to finish this book series with While We Were Dating. So this is a book that I purchased at Pal's back in March, and I have always wanted to read it. It is a satire, and I am so in the mood for satire. The last satire I read was Yellowface, and so I am here for this one, which is titled Your Driver is Waiting. So our protagonist is Damani, and she's tired. Her father just died on the job at a fast food joint, and now she lives paycheck to paycheck in a basement, caring for her mom and driving for an app that is constantly cutting her take. The city is roiling in protest. Everybody's in solidarity with somebody. But while she keeps hearing that they're fighting for change on behalf of people like her, she literally can't afford to pay attention. Then she gives a ride to Jolene. Jolene seems like she could be the perfect girlfriend, attentive, attractive, an ally, and their chemistry is off the charts. Jolene's done the reading. She goes to every protest and she says all the right things. So maybe Damani can look past the one thing that's holding her back. She's never dated anyone with money before, not to mention a white girl with money. But just as their romance intensifies and Damani finally lets her guard down, Jolene does something unforgivable, setting off an explosive chain of events. We've got some romance. We've got satire. Oh my, I am here for, listen, no, you know me. I'm going to give a little zinger here. I'm ready to get in the driver's seat and read Your Driver is Waiting. My sidekick Gianna's here, and did you think that was clever or what? A little corny. Then it's authentic, because your girl's authentically corny. I'm so sad that I missed attending the Lewisburg, West Virginia Literary Festival, but I am super excited that I purchased this book that is by an author who was a featured guest there, and it's called Southernmost. I have never heard of this book until I visited my favorite bookstore in West Virginia, A New Chapter, and this author, Silas House, was supposed to be attending the festival, and this synopsis just grabbed me, so I want to share the synopsis with you. In the aftermath of a flood that washes away much of a small Tennessee town, evangelical preacher Asher Sharp offers shelter to 2 gay men. In doing so, he starts to see his life anew and risk losing everything. His wife locked into her religious prejudices, his congregation which shuns Asher after he delivers a passionate sermon in defense of tolerance, and his young son, Justin, caught in the middle of what turns into a bitter custody battle. With no way out but ahead, Asher takes Justin and flees to Key West, where he hopes to find his brother Luke, whom he turned against years ago after Luke came out. And it is there, at the southernmost point of the country, that Asher and Justin discover a new way of thinking about the world and a new way of understanding love. In this stunning literary page-turner about judgment, courage, heartbreak, and change, best-selling author Silas House wrestles with the limits of belief and with love and its consequences come through. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to read this. I think this might be the first book I read in September. Can't wait.
Wow. Yes.
Okay. Can my sidekick be here all the time? That would be great. All right, so I read Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. Did not have a successful reading experience with that. However, I received an ARC advanced reading copy of her upcoming novel titled Let Us Descend. And I'm hoping, praying that this will be a better reading experience for me because, let's face it, Jesmyn Ward is highly gifted. She is one of the most prolific gifted writers of our time. And I just want to read a book of hers that I can truly appreciate through and through, that matches my vibe, my energy. And I'm hoping this will be the one. Okay, so we've got American enslavement. I don't know if I'm in the mood to read about enslavement at this time. I have to be in a very specific place, mentally, emotionally, even physically, like with back to school. I don't know, but that's at the center of this one. So Let Us Descend is a reimagining of American slavery, as beautifully rendered as it is heart-wrenching. Searching, harrowing, replete with transcendent love, the novel is a journey from the rice fields of the Carolinas to the slave markets of New Orleans and into the fearsome heart of a Louisiana sugar plantation. I wanted to say anus, but I don't think that's how it's. Oh. Let's hope not. Oh. Okay, I'm not making fun. I'm just trying to learn what this name is. Okay, I'm going to say honest. Honest, sold south by the white enslaver who fathered her, is the reader's guide through this hellscape as she struggles through the miles-long march. Honest turns inward, seeking comfort from memories of her mother and stories of her African warrior grandmother. Throughout, she opens herself into a world beyond this world, one reaming with spirits. Okay, she's got spirits. This author loves to have her some spirits floating through her stories. So we got some spirits of earth and water, of myth and history, spirits who nurture and give, and those who manipulate and take. While Ward leads readers through the descent, this, her fourth novel, is ultimately a story of rebirth and reclamation. Okay, we shall see. So my visit at a new chapter brought me more books to bring home because, is it accurate to say your mom can't go to any bookstore without purchasing a book?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one I had never heard of before, but it was screaming, read me, take me home, and not just read me, but read me in September, October. The book is titled The Time Has Come. Why am I saying that with all the titles? I'm doing all the little fancies. Whatevs. So, The Time Has Come by Will Leach, I believe. I don't know this author, but what I do know is this synopsis is everything. So, let me share it with you. Okay. Lindbergh's Pharmacy is an Athens, Georgia institution, the type of beloved mom and pop shop that once doted every American town but has mostly disappeared. This connects with me and so resonates in so many ways because we have a pharmacy in my little tiny town. But Lindbergh's has recently become the object of attention of a local fourth grade teacher, Tina Lamb, Miss Lamb Lamb to my students. Tina is certain something very, very bad is happening behind its famous black door, and she intends to do something about it. So we've got a teacher, we've got a small town, loving it. Her suspicions and the drastic action she plans are the unlikely glue that will connect her to a group of 6 employees and customers inside the pharmacy one hot Georgia evening. They include Theo with a secret of his own, Daphne, a nurse and Army veteran struggling with her faith, Jason, a local contractor uncertain how to deal with his gifted teenage son, Carson, a young lawyer and activist wrestling with a job offer that makes him uncomfortable, David, an Athens music scene lifer whose sobriety has been sorely tested by isolation, and Dorothy, a widow just beginning to regain her bearings. The fates of these individuals and their critical encounter with Tina Lamb become intertwined in a tale that is by turns funny, touching, and tense. As he did in How Lucky, Will Leach illuminates how we live today through a story of human beings struggling to do their best. This seems like a character-driven book. I love character-driven books, and a comfort read to just dive deep into these character stories. So I can't wait to read The Time Has Come. So I always try to listen to at least one audiobook every month, and the audiobook that I'm choosing for September is The Comfort Book. The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. Because it's September, I'm getting back into the swing of things with back to school, and the fall weather is like emerging. I am in need of all things that make me feel comfortable, from warm, cozy comforters to hot, warm coffee, to steaming hot coffee, all the things. So I can see this. I can see me reading, or listening, I should say, to this book. So what is the book about? I don't know. It's about keeping you comfortable, I'm assuming. So, yay, for anyone in search of hope, looking for a path to a more meaningful life, or in need of a little encouragement. I would say I'm the latter. You know, you can always use some encouragement. It is a strange paradox that many of the clearest, most comforting life lessons are learned while we are at our lowest. Profound. But then we never think about food more than when we are hungry. And we never think about life rafts more than when we are thrown overboard. That is a quote from the Comfort Book. Oh my, I think this one's going to give me all the feels and be a comforting read. Pun intended.
Mommy.
I can't help myself. The last 2 books may evoke some deep, strong feelings on either end of the spectrum. They are books about 2 incredibly well-known figures, I would say infamous figures in America, known to folks around the world. I am not sharing with you why I'm reading these books, but it is for a very, very, very specific reason that I hope you will learn more about later down the road. The first one is Michael Jackson's memoir, Moonwalk. Moonwalk by Michael Jackson. This was written so long ago. I was really young whenever it came out, and it was paired with his film, Moonwalker. I remember Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis writing the foreword. It was a time to just dive into Michael's life. Everybody was curious. So I always loved his signature. So yes, this book was written in 1988. This is actually the year I saw him in concert. So interestingly enough, I don't need to say anything more. It is an autobiography about the man, the myth, the legend who brings about strong feelings in folks one way or the other. So I will be reading that. I am 20 pages into this novel that has a very interesting spin, a very interesting take on the life of Hillary Rodham Clinton, and it is titled Rodham. So this book by Curtis Sittenfeld was recommended to me by my dear colleague and dear friend Ashley Dotson, who also loaned me her book Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. This is the premise. The book is about the following. What would have happened to Hillary Rodham if she had said no to Bill Clinton's proposal? How would that have changed the trajectory of her life? There's not really much else to say about it at this time, but again, much like with Michael Jackson's autobiography, I am reading this book for a very specific reason that will remain a mystery to you until a later time. So, there you have it. What a stack we have here, my friends. We have a satire, we have literary fiction, we have autobiographies. There's a lot going on here. What's going on with your September reading plans? Please let me know by jumping down to those comments and carrying on a conversation with your girl. And check out my other videos that I have going on here. I have nearly 120 videos. I'm really moving along here, which is hard to believe, but there's plenty for you to catch up on. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.